guys, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about caught stealing. If you remember, I talked about this film in my editing review because of Austin Butler, and I said that this was one of that I was really excited about because I'm a huge fan of Darren Aronofsky. Like, his films are just something different. They always are, a bit heavy. However, that's not the case with this one. I'll get into that, but this is such a different film for him. So I was surprised but excited at the same time. I had confidence that he would do something interesting with this type of film. So I guess let's just get to it. So if you don't know what Caught Stealing is about, this is actually based on a book. I haven't read the book. I don't know anything about the book. But the movie is about this bartender that gets caught up in some business, some shady business that he has nothing to do with, but somehow he gets mixed in this thing. Besides the director, something that really caught my eye was the cast for this film. So, as I said, this stars Austin Butler, but it also stars Zoe Kravitz, Matt Smith, Regina King, and a few other actors. Like, there are a few surprises, and this film has a really big cast, like a really heavy, good actors type of cast. So I guess let's get to my thoughts. So as I said, this is such a different film for Darren Aronofsky. If you know his filmography, like, he has done things like Black Swan and The Whale and Requiem for a Dream, Mother, which is one of my all-time favorites. So all of those films are heavy, kind of depressing films. And this film is completely the opposite. I guess it does have like a deep, meaningful message, but this is not a drama like all of his other things. This is more of an action film, sort of a comedy as well. Like, there are a lot of comedic moments. Still, I really enjoyed the film. It's, as I said, definitely really different from his other films, and I kind of like that he gets really provocative with his films. This film is, I would say, pretty safe. It's an action film. You can read into it if you want, but if you don't like it, you can just take it for what it is, for what you see, and just enjoy the ride. There's definitely a lot of surprises, so I like the aspect about the film. I don't know if the things that happen in the film happen the same way in the book, but I liked that this goes to places that I wasn't expecting. He's not afraid of doing things. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm just gonna be vague. So I like that, and I think the thing that I liked the most was the acting. Everyone was really good, but Austin Butler was definitely the standout. I think he has always been like a great actor, but I think he kind of got a bit of backlash with his Elvis thing. But he was great in this. He was great in Eddington, as I said. Like, I really wanted more out of his character in that film. Here, it's all about him, and I think he's amazing. Something else that was really good was the music. So this film is set in the 90s, 1998, if I'm not mistaken. And because it's an action film with like some shady business, there's a lot of like rock songs and just really 90s rock. I think all the songs here are from idols, which I was introduced to them in Peaky Blinders. They have a lot of songs in the series, and I think their style totally fits this film, and I loved. Like, the music was such, just gave the perfect vibe to the film. As far as like cinematography goes, I could totally see some like personal touch put into it, but it's not his most stylized film. There are some really interesting like camera movements and shots and point of views, but it's not his most stylized film. Still, I think it fits the vibe. It has a really like 90s vibe, and I liked it. And at the end of the day, I think it's a really entertaining film, like a really like one that you get a lot of enjoyment out of, and just it's a fun watch. It's thrilling. It's everything. It's not as deep as his other films, but I think this is one that would appeal to most people. And I had fun with it and I liked it. So I guess let's just get to my scores. So overall, I'm gonna give the film a 3.5 out of 5. It's a pretty solid 3.5. Part of me wants to give it a 4 because I just love Darren Aronofsky, but I don't think this is as deep and as like, as I said, provocative as his other films. So it's still a good one. It's really well made with great acting and all of that. So I think at 3.5, it's a solid 3.5. Fits the film. Cinematography, I think I'm also gonna give it a 3.5. As I said, I can see some personal touches put into it, just not as like evident as in his other films. Like, his other films have some like a really distinctive style. This one is a little bit more toned down. And originality, I mean, I think I'm gonna give it a 3 because I don't think this story is super original, like someone getting mixed in some shady business, something that they have nothing to do with. I don't think that's super original, but like where the film goes and the risks that it takes, I think it is original. So guys, these are my thoughts on Caught Stealing. I was so looking forward to this film, and I would say it didn't disappoint. It was a good one. It wasn't better than I wanted it to be, but it wasn't worse. So I think it was exactly what I thought it would be. So that's a good thing. So if you have seen Caught Stealing already, please tell me in the comments what you thought. Tell me which is your favorite Darren Aronofsky film. I think mine is still Mother. Like that film blew me away with everything and with all the meaning and all that. And if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!